What can you do with a rock? What can you do with a rock? Most people see this and they think nothing good can happen with that. Well, I'm here to tell you otherwise. I'm here to talk to you about the Kindness Rocks project, the purpose behind it, and why I enjoy participating in this project. I'll be going over what rocks that you can use, the paints that are best to use, along with how to seal the art once you've completed the project, and where we hide and who we hide for, and here we go. Okay, the purpose of the Kindness Rocks project is to spread joy. Okay, to spread joy, to make people smile, adults as well as children. It's not just for children. I've seen plenty of adults get into it and get really into it. But it's to spread joy and cause smiles by painting a rock and hiding it for someone to find. Or you could also paint a rock and gift it to someone, and that definitely makes them smile. I've had plenty gifted to me. Why I got involved is because it's a great outlet. It is relaxing. On top of that, you get to throw your little artistic visions out there and hope that someone enjoys it when they find it. Which brings me to the other reason why I enjoy it, and that's the smiles that you see when people find them and post them online, showing that they have been found. The smiles make it all worth it. They really do. I mean, just look at these smiles. Okay, what's needed for the project, of course, gotta have rocks. Gotta have rocks. I mean, Kindness Rocks project. Okay, you also have to have paints and paint brushes or sponges, some sort of utensil to use to paint on the rocks or to decorate the rocks. And then you need a sealant to cover the artwork when you're done, as well as many creative ideas. Kind of important. Or you can even just go with phrases or quotes that might make someone smile, like Bible verses. Someone did that one for me. But those are the things that you would need. The kind of rocks that you would need, any. I mean, you can find a rock on the side of the road and use that if you would like. I personally buy the Mexican beach pebbles because they're very smooth, which makes it very easy to coat with a base coat and then paint whatever you want on top of it. Other people go to Beach Tree Supply in Warner Robins and they get big ones like this and paint masterpieces on them. Other people decide to go a little bit more expensive and order theirs online from Florida, and they get the Centauri rocks, which are really, really flat and really easy to paint on. But any rock, all shapes and sizes, as long as you can paint on it, it's good to go. The paints that you need to use are acrylic paints. You don't have to get anything expensive. You can go with the 50-cent paints from Walmart. They, I think, range from 50 cents to maybe $1, depending on if you want to go with the metallic or just regular paint. You can go with paint pens, painter's pens. Those are fun, sometimes a little bit messy, and sometimes if you're not careful, they run. Also, Posca pens. Posca pens are fun, easy to use. All have their pros and cons, but we won't even get into that right now. Okay, any of the acrylic paints are good to use. Okay, what you do need are brushes to paint with. Again, just cheap paint brushes from Walmart. You could use sponges all different kinds of sponges. You can use daughters, little dot thingies to do like little teeny tiny designs. You can even use toothpicks. But I've got plenty of paintbrushes and markers and daughters and sponges. I mean, you just never know what you're going to end up using. But as long as you've got something to paint with and paint on, you're good to go. Okay. Once you go from something like this, some plain base coat design, and turn it into something more with artwork on it, you need to make sure you seal it. You seal it with, I seal mine with Mod Podge. Okay, and then you have to brush it on just like you would the paint. Make sure you get a layer or two on there and make sure it's nice and dry. Once that's dry, I then seal it again with a spray gloss coat, just to make sure it's nice and sealed before I put it out. Because if you don't, the paint will ruin, it won't stay on the rock, especially in the temperatures and stuff that we have here, and you don't want that because someone still might be happy to find it, but it's not in the condition that you put it out in. Okay? Once everything's done, once your rock is sealed, the artwork is done, and you're ready to hide. Okay? Around here in Cochran, we hide them around the police department, the courthouse, the library, just in common areas that are safe. That's the main concern, areas that are safe. Because you want to be in a safe area because, like I said, this is for adults as well as children. So you want to make sure it's in a safe area. You don't want to hide them too hard. You don't want to hide them in anything that could be considered a snake hole or where anything might live. But they've been hidden downtown at businesses. So when people are coming in and out of businesses, they might see it, pick it up, smile, pass it on, keep it, replace it with another one, whatever they want to do. They've also been hidden in parks or the playgrounds around town, which is always, again, nice because, a kid's going to find it and they're going to be excited about it. The main point is safe places. You want to hide in safe places. Once you do that, you just sit back. You sit back and you wait for someone to find it. We have a website here in Cochran. It's BC Rocks, Georgia. And once people find them, they post them on there. We also post hidden clues to where we hid them. And it's always nice to see who finds them and how happy it makes them. Again, this is just the Kindness Rocks project. Why I got involved, the purpose behind it, what you need.